The word astrology comes from, as far as I know, astrology, and aster means star, basically, in Latin. So it's, as far as I know, since I'm not really into it, it's the fact that the movement of stars throughout our universe or whatever can somehow affect your whole personality and all the traits that you will gain throughout, like, basically the first 20 years of your life.
The taxman's taken all my dough and left me in my stately home, blazing on a sunny afternoon. And I can't sail my yacht, he's taken everything I got. All I've got's this sunny afternoon.
How would that even relate to, like, a baby that's just been born? How would that, like, give them a predestination on how their traits, like, develop? And a lot of traits develop at different ages. People age differently. Some people just mature at 18, some mature at 25. So it just seems ridiculous thinking about it based on like the month you were born in, or the 20-day scale, or whatever, however it's determined. And it is true that sometimes the traits do match, like the ones they predict, whatever your, like, horoscope or whatever they call it predicts it to be. But that's like the psychic trick where generalizations about humans just coincidentally match up.
I definitely believe that there are forces at work that we can only begin to imagine, and so I've become aware and able to feel energies and things, and so I absolutely do believe that the energy of the stars and the position of the planets, and that everything affects everything. So if you see the universe and our solar system as one entity and one living thing, then why wouldn't the shifting of one part of that affect everything? I think I don't necessarily swallow every interpretation that somebody hands to me in astrology or something, but I definitely believe that the movements of all these things affect us.
I think some people really have the things that make you from, like one, do you call it sign? Mm-hmm. Or the other. But in the other hand, I have a twin sister. We were born in the same day and we're completely different, so that makes me doubt a little bit about that.
Save me, save me, save me from this squeeze. I got a big fat mama trying to break me.
I think it's a mix of both. You have the freedom to decide what to do with your life and take decisions, but sometimes there's certain things that may be in favor and might be the astrological part of your life.
Well, it's kind of weird, but when I met my husband Ross first, it wasn't the time for me to be with him or anything. It was a very weird situation, and when I met him, it was like, boom, I'm like, you're here, you're back. So I think I kind of was waiting for him, and I didn't know that.
I don't think at all our lives, well, the way we die or the way we live, and if we determine to die is determined by a higher force. I mean, it's just all like coincidental situations. If you just go out and get hit by a car, that just happened because it just happened.
Man, that's a tough one, Sometimes it feels like you know what you're doing and you have control, and then other times it seems that you have no control.
I mean, I think I think there's a God that gives life to things, but I think, you know, choices we make in life, the way we live, definitely controls how long we're going to be here. So I think you have control. I don't think you have control over your own birth, but you certainly have control over how long you're going to be around, to some extent.
Okay, from 27 to 32, I got my current job as an advocate of a women's advocate, and yeah, that changed my life a lot because that's where I grew as a professional.
It changed my life in all ways because when I moved here, everything was completely different. The language, to start with, just the language. And I graduated as an architect when I was 26 in Venezuela, and when I moved here, I worked as an architect here, but everything was different. I had to change from metric system to feet and inches, and I had all the construction system in the United States is different than Venezuela. So even though I went to university for 5 years in Venezuela, when I came here, I was like, I didn't know anything. Everything was very new.
Let's see, I think I got married when I was 26. My daughter was born when I was 30. And what was the high date in? 36?
Yeah, like 30, more like 34, I think.
34? Okay. Well, in that range, those are the two major things that happened. But then right after that, when I was 36, I had a really big shift in consciousness. So, but that's right outside that window. But
I honestly don't think that it's real, but I mean, maybe it could be based on like there's a lot of urban legends about 27, like the 27 Club, when a bunch of people died at the age of 27. But 27 is just a common age where you just entirely lose it, like your immature past, and you leap onto this like adult self where you like can't have as much fun anymore because you have to live a serious life now because you're gonna be 30. So it's just a general thing. 27, it's not really a predetermined number.
And I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, blazing on a sunny afternoon in summertime.
I picked up an Aquarius to read my horoscope, and in that magazine was an article about Reiki. So I went and I got these Reiki attunements, and everything changed. You know, I mean, I became aware of a presence and a light that is not in the visible spectrum.
Are you religious?
I'm more spiritual than religious.
Oh no, I think it's totally controlled by,
A higher
in
power?
my belief, by God.
I don't know about God. I just don't really do religion.
And I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, blazing on a sunny afternoon in the summertime, in the summertime.
That if people have felt it and sensed it and noticed a pattern and feel that connection, then my bet would be that there's something there, and that it's probably more real than even really needs to be proven beyond that point. I mean, if you feel it and you experience it, then what more is there?